This is a really interesting topic, isn't it? What is the most difficult addiction to let go of? What is the most difficult addiction to overcome? David Essel here for 45 years in the world of personal growth, and in those 45 years working heavily in the world of addiction. Even when I was struggling 30 years ago with my own addictions, I was helping other people to get clean. So what is the most difficult addiction in the world to overcome? Or is there one? Probably one of the greatest stories I could share talking about this very topic came a number of years ago, where I got a call from a woman who said she wanted me to work with her husband, who was a sex addict. And I said, not a problem at all. Porn, affairs, whatever it might be, all sex addictions we handle, and we have for a very long time. So she set up the appointment. Her husband came in and we were talking, and I'd asked him how long he had been a sex addict, and, how does it manifest? Does it manifest in constantly looking at women, which it did, approaching women and not necessarily having sex with them, but trying to get them to have at least coffee with him, even though he's married, So all of these kind of things were coming up and coming up and coming up. And so then I said to him, listen, our addiction program works with all addictions, so I don't see a problem here. You're probably going to give it about at least 6 months of doing this work at the very least, because this has been a 25-year sex addiction for you. And he said, well, sex addiction is the most difficult addiction in the world, so I'm probably going to relapse a lot. And I hesitated for a second. And I said, why is sex addiction the most difficult addiction in the world? He said, because it's everywhere. You can't go anywhere without seeing pictures of women. It's so easy to access on your phone. You go into a grocery store, and of course there's a gorgeous woman there. No matter where you are, there's women. So it's the toughest addiction in the world. And I said, what do you think someone would say about their food addiction? Might they say that it's the most difficult addiction in the world because you have to have food to survive? He said, no, we're talking about something totally different. In other words, he was trying to defend his position that sex addiction is the most difficult addiction in the world to overcome. And what I've found out in these 45 years of helping people to get sober and going very deep and studying this whole world of addiction is the most difficult addiction to let go of is the one you have not done yet. For some people, it's the addiction of procrastination. That's the most difficult addiction for them to overcome. And the person sitting next to them may never struggle with procrastination, but might be addicted to nicotine. And the person sitting next to them may never think about nicotine as a choice, but they're addicted to opiates. And then the person sitting next to them may never, ever, ever touch an opiate, but they're addicted to gambling. Do you see what I'm saying? So the most difficult addiction in the world to overcome is the one that you have not beat. Many of us have multiple addictions to overcome at the same time. So we take one, we overcome it. We take the second, we overcome it, and we move on. The most difficult addiction in the world to overcome is the one you have not beat. The minute we start saying, oh, no, David, it's sex, it's food, it's alcohol, it's pot, it's whatever, we have a foot out the door. When you say my addiction is the most difficult addiction in the whole world to overcome, you already have a foot out the door. You're already leaning towards relapse because you're giving yourself an out. But if you say, my addiction is the most difficult one for me to overcome because I haven't beat it, I'm totally on board. Let's beat it together. Join me at TalkDavid.com. We have helped so many millions of people get sober. There's also my brand new book there on addiction recovery, alcohol recovery, absolutely free, TalkDavid.com. Work with me one-on-one from anywhere in the world. Our work is guaranteed in the world of addiction recovery. It is guaranteed. All you need is a 10% desire to heal. We will help you heal. Go to TalkDavid.com, look at the addiction recovery programs, 5 books there for free. We also have, because of inflation, specials going on with our prices on certain programs so that we can help you get the help you need. Go to TalkDavid.com. Let's shatter these addictions, all of them, for good. Have a beautiful day.